Good afternoon, everyone. This is great. First, let's everyone give yourselves a hand. This is really, as you all know, we're really very proud together to be here to inaugurate the new Kensington Center Mini Plaza. As you know, and it seems a little crazy that the idea of a few benches, a few trees, a place to sit, a place to gather could take as much work as it has taken to get here. But the good part of that is that the number of hands that have already helped till the soil and build support and bring this together are what give me optimism and confidence that this is going to be a great success. And so mostly what I want to do is say some thank yous, because a lot of people work together to make this happen. The idea, well, first let me acknowledge the agencies, the city agencies that had to be brought together, and then I'll tell a little bit of the story and thank the people here. But the Parks Department is here, represented by Mike Lavery. Parks Department provided the trees, which is a whole story of and by itself. New York City Department of Transportation is who provided the benches and the blocks for us to sit on, and who also made the sidewalk that we're standing on, extended it out, remade it to make it actually work. But the real credit here goes to folks in Kensington who had a vision for this and who fought for it. And that began with Joel Carliner, whose idea was that this new sidewalk space could be made into something more than just some concrete. She took to the pages of Kensington Prospect, a great blog that was covering Kensington, and helped people really come together. And in many ways is a little like this very space we're standing on, the idea that if you create a civic square, whether that's on the internet where people can work together and meet each other, or whether that's just a little piece of sidewalk, even if it's small expansions of the places where people come together, where people of different races and backgrounds and religions and streets and neighborhoods and ideas, just a little more space for people to come together and say, this is ours, this is something we care about, this is something we share, it's a space we want to grow. So Joel had that idea, took it to Kensington Prospect, and then many, many other people chipped in. So I'm especially pleased. You can see these people in these great green shirts. But we have two people that then stepped up, Bridget Elder and Cheryl Perlman, who stepped up to coordinate a stewardship group. And you know, I think, and we obviously have this great set of stewards who have agreed. You know, again, what this really shows is if the idea that people will come together and say, we care about this place, we're going to keep it clean, we're going to recruit our neighbors, we're going to make sure that we keep this place something that we're proud of and something that other people in the neighborhood are proud of. So big, big thanks to the stewardship group. I don't see Maggie Tobin, but Maggie's another person whose energy and leadership helped make sure this would happen. Joy Rich, who's long helped tend Church Avenue. The Citizens Committee for New York City, thank you for being here, Citizens Committee, provided a grant to the Kensington Trash Mob. You guys are familiar with the flash mob, where somebody tweets and then people show up and do some crazy dance and then disappear into the... Well, this is the Kensington Trash Mob. How many people are here that are... Maybe it'd be a secret, I don't know. But how many people are here who are members of the Kensington Trash Mob?
It's not so secret.
Oh, very good. All right. So, thanks to the Trash Mob and also to the Citizens Committee. I want to say also a big thank you to the merchants in the businesses here. It's not easy to have something new happen right in front of your door if you're a business owner in New York City. You already have a lot of responsibilities. You get tickets for sanitation for things that wasn't your waste or garbage. You have people out in front, most of whom are wonderful, but every now and then someone who isn't helping attract customers to your store. And so they said, you know what, we're open to doing this, but we have some questions. We want to work together. And so I want to thank everybody. Kathy from the Hair Pleasure has been a big help. It was really Kathy who said, you know, the concrete that was down originally when this happened is no good. and we can't start putting in trees and benches until we start by fixing the concrete and making sure it's going to last. And as a result, DOT came back and said, you know what, you're right. And they defaulted the contractor, and now we have decent concrete that actually is partly just the curb is good enough so that a car is not going to drive right up onto the curb, and partly it's a much nicer place to walk on, and it's going to last. We have Mamouna Rashid, whose business just a couple of doors down was targeted with some hateful graffiti, and a number of us gathered here just a few months ago to say we're not going to let hateful speech and hatred be what symbolizes Kensington. We're going to make this into a plaza where diverse people work together to make it a beautiful symbol of Kensington. And to go from that just a couple of months ago to this really lifts the spirit. So,
hi, I'm Bridget. Stuart, raise your hand. Yay, Stuart! Okay, this is what a steward is. A steward is somebody who is a caretaker. So basically, we agreed because people were concerned of garbage and, you know, they were valid concerns. So we said, well, we'll clean once a day for half an hour, and people volunteered to take a day once a week. And a lot of people stepped up to the responsibility, so that's what we aim to do. These will be our tools. And we have a rake, garbage bags. Those are the tools. Anybody's interested in doing this, they can sign up. But it's not just about keeping it clean. We also have plans for the future. We would like to have some plantings, get some tree guards, maybe have a contest where our local artists could design a tree guard, or we could build our own tree guards. There's lots of possibilities. We could get planters, so we could, and also it's good for community service. A lot of teenagers I know need community service. This is a very easy to do community service. So it's not just about picking up garbage, it's about more, it's our neighborhood. And then also we would like to try and educate people about the rules of sanitation. You know, simple things like 18 inches into the street, so on and so forth. And we have some other projects up our sleeves. Also, we're connected to the mob. That's the Kensington Trash Mob. They got a grant from Citizens, JC, I don't know where you are, Citizens Committee for New York, and they're sharing their wealth materials that we need to work with. And Kensington Trash Mob, you want to talk about Kensington Trash Mob?
I think it's just, you know, some people complain about the streets being dirty. I think Kensington Trash Mob is just people who live here just saying, hey, nothing's stopping me from cleaning it up. So I think that's the gist of it.
Kensington Trash Mob has lots of regulars like Decor and
produce rubbish out.
So yeah, we have a lot of regulars, but then also people come and they say, oh, that looks good, let's do it.
Yeah. No one needs permission to clean up their own house, right?
Right. And this is an extension of our house.
And just in that spirit, you know, I think there's other ways that I hope, you know, you take small steps and people claim small bits of space. But, you know, because this has to be walked through in so many directions, it wasn't possible to sort of put some benches or stones together, but nothing's keeping people from bringing a folding chair and a folding table and playing a game of chess here or there. There's a whole range of ways that hopefully over time people of their own accord will fill this space up with all the great energy that is Kensington. I think without further ado, we're going to gather around, and for now this is kind of a symbolic planting, and then it'll be augmented by here, you're going to come in? Yeah, I mean, we don't need a shovel really because it's more of a symbolic endeavor. So let me, yeah, sure. Here, we got a lot of these, so let's give them out here. There were a lot of members of the. All right, great, thank you. Water on it. I don't know. All right, make sure they're planted down in the soil, not just in the mulch.
Very deep. Deep as you can be.
Let's have a hand for Brad Lander.
All right, and how are the benches? Who sat on the benches? They're good?
They don't get hot. They don't get hot. You look at them and you think they're going to get really hot, but they take you out.